BTB listeners, thank you so much for checking out today's episode. Listen, if this episode inspires you, do me a favor and take 5 seconds to shoot me a like and subscribe to the podcast. There are several more exciting guests that are in the pipeline, and I just can't thank you enough for your continued support, and let's keep paying the mission forward. Let's get into it. On today's episode of the BTB Project. In today's BTB Short, we are going to be discussing you. You owe you. I'm passionate about helping others, and I know you are as well, but it's our alignment and self-care that's pivotal to do extraordinary things in our life. We're going to dive headfirst into the world of self-care. Those little acts of kindness you give yourself that can make the world a difference. I'm not talking about indulgence. I'm talking about nurturing the very core of who we are so that you can become the best version of yourself wherever you go. But here's the twist. We're not going to just preach about self-care. We're going to uncover the science, reveal the stats, and share some quick, effective self-care techniques that will help you each and every day. Impossible's nothing, and let's get into it.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby.
Welcome to the BTB Project, designed to empower listeners to identify their why and to live their best lives no matter the circumstances. My name is Coleman Gerhardt. A former athlete and motivational coach, I've had the opportunity to inspire thousands through my story and help accomplish what they are built to be. You'll be encouraged by each and every episode, and let's get into it.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living out my dreams. If I'm waking up, it's in a foreign land.
I'm often asked about advice and giving words of encouragement to people that I enjoy helping. And in today's BTB Short, we're actually going to flip the script a little bit because I believe it's incredibly important to be able to take care of yourself before you take care of others. And I'm very passionate about this for a few specific reasons. One is I watched one of the people that I care about the most in my life, my dear mama, take care of people each and every day. And for 20 years of my life, I watched her as a stewardess for United Airlines. Yes, I know stewardess isn't a common thing to say these days, but she was a flight attendant. And back then, she would dress to the nines, she would be serving first class, and she was always at the fingertips of people who wanted help. And I find it really interesting because in her life, she was so good at what she did. I mean, the thank you cards, the pictures that she took, the amount of people that she worked with just absolutely loved what she was doing is truly inspirational. The truth is, though, I lost my mom when I was 20 years old from alcohol and drugs. And as much as she was able to take care of all those people in the past, she had a hard time taking care of herself. She had a hard time facing those difficult circumstances, those moments where she can learn and grow and adapt and adjust. And I think it's really important for you as the listener to identify, are you in alignment? Are you the most important person in your life? If you start focusing on people, places, or things that are more important than your heartbeat, your breath, your desire to become what you want to be, it can be detrimental to your life. I want to share a couple statistics here. 80% of adults feel stress in their lives every day. 80%. And I know as you hear that, it probably might not be that shocking. But what's really telling to me is if there's only 20 people that are approaching life each and every day without stress, there's a lot of people out there that are neglecting self-care, that are neglecting self-alignment. And through that neglection, they're willing to suppress what's best for them, what's best for their minds, what's best for their bodies, to help other people and to neglect themselves. My advice to you is each and every day, find quick self-care wins. It's not all that challenging. If you can be mindful of putting just 10 minutes on your calendar each day to do deep breath work, to find time for a short walk, to, who knows, put on a funny video and start laughing a little bit during your work breaks. Laughter is something that is one of the most undervalued assets we can have in life. To find joy, to find encouragement. And that can immediately reduce stress and anxiety. Notice how I just asked for only 10 minutes of your day. Being a 24-hour day, 10 minutes is not all that much. And it can give you exactly what you need as a bite-sized self-care hack to put you back into alignment, to go beyond mission for your work, to go beyond mission for your family, and to go after goals and dreams and ambitions that you want to do with others, that you want to help others with. Now, another piece of this is there is a biology to self-care. Being able to take care of yourself has ramifications for brain function and emotional well-being. As you're engaging in these self-care activities, it changes the biochemistry of your body. Your brain's production of feel-good chemicals like endorphins and dopamine are released when you're tapping into those moments of self-care. Now, in order to be able to be in a space where you can tap into self-care, you also have to make sure that you're eliminating guilt and barriers in your life. Some of the biggest roadblocks that I've had to overcome is some of that guilt, shame, and resentment that I had for how I was raised. My childhood wasn't always as normal as I saw other people around me. I struggled with weight. I struggled with depression. I had anxiety, struggled with fear. I had many different facets of my life that I couldn't quite understand. And those roadblocks were things that I had to overcome before I could replace it with self-care, positive moments in my life. So I challenge you as a listener to identify those roadblocks. And as you identify them by writing them down or speaking them out or talking to somebody else about it, make sure that you're able to understand that whatever you're feeling in that moment, that's not what defines you. What defines you is who you've been created to be. Everybody is built in a beautiful image. It's far greater than ourselves. And I feel like too many times, especially in today's day and age, we fall victim more into what we aren't rather than what we are. And as you tap into more of who you are, it's going to be able to allow you to shine your light on people in more ways than you could ever imagine. And outside of developing 10-minute self-care moments, you can also tap into it in just seconds. 30 seconds of deep breathing can trigger the body's relaxation response. Just 30 seconds. I've used this several times in my life where if I'm coming out of a difficult meeting or I'm in a match that I'm coaching someone and I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling anxiety, I take that time to do my breath work. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Long, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth to realign, to reacclimate, so that when I get back into that moment, I've put on my armor. I've put on my protective armor of self-care, of knowing who I am, to be able to take on those moments. Another interesting stat I want to share is whether you're part of a team or a workforce, that you're actually 38% more engaged when you're tapping into self-care in those situations. 38%. And I just know when it comes to trying to accomplish something at work or trying to do something heroic in a team effort in a sport, being able to do your part between the ears with your body, with your alignment, allows you to be an asset to those situations. So what are you doing each and every day to be more engaged with yourself? I had a podcast back in the day about a toolbox for your built to be journey. And I want you to really think about what's in your toolbox for your self-care. Is it exercise? Is it journaling? Is it social connections? Is it being able to have that moment with your counselor, to go to that Pilates class, to go do that arts and crafts project that you wanted to do to tap into your creativity? Remember, these types of regular practices can have the same effect as an antidepressant medication for some people. Now, I understand that there is a time and a place for people who have been diagnosed with needs of medication. But for most everybody else, we need to be able to find that toolbox to tap into that allows us to stay where we need to stay in our self-help, to be able to help others and to be what we want to be in our life. I am proud of each and every one of you. And I know that I say that a lot on these podcasts, but I mean it, because I don't know where you're at in your life right now. And I don't know if you're trying to be just like my mom or be just like me when it comes to just wanting to help people all the time. I love giving back. I love hearing the stories of inspiration and enthusiasm and encouragement and overcoming and doing things that I never thought people could do, because I've been some sort of small, minute piece of that. I love hearing those stories. But what are you doing to take care of you first? We're all on a plane in life. And sometimes that plane requires an oxygen mask to drop. And before we put that oxygen mask on somebody else, we got to put that oxygen mask on ourselves. You have to take ownership of you. You owe yourself that. You owe yourself the opportunity to do things that you never thought you could do, because you're taking the time each and every day to be in alignment, to get better, to grow, to get a little bit uncomfortable. And through that, you're going to be able to go into this world and be a tremendous impact. There are many small steps to take care of you. We've walked through some statistics today in this BTB short that can be pretty eye-opening. But after this podcast, after you listen to this, that's where the true work begins. What are you going to do that you owe yourself to change your life, to put yourself in alignment, to go help and impact more people than you can ever imagine? I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this BTB short. If you find this episode impactful, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the BTB Project. I'm going to continue to provide content and special guests that are going to help you not only be you, but go and continue to help others and be an impact. We're on mission. It's one BTB family. And I can't wait to hear your stories. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share the episode. Tell them why it impacted you. Tell them about other episodes that you might have listened to that could also resonate with them. I'm appreciative of the support. And I encourage you to take that first step to take care of you first. Impossible is nothing. Thanks for checking out the episode. And until next time, take care.
You're told I'll be a harder temptation.